Hey guys, Brandon Rahe here with the Go Headquarters podcast, coming at you today with Murph update. So we have been releasing announcements in our newsletters and talking about it in class over the last couple weeks. It is going to take place on May 30th, which is Memorial Day. We're going to be closing the gym down for the day with the exception of 9 o'clock a.m. Murph workout. So what is Murph? Here's the workout. It is 4-time, 1 mile, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and then another mile. So we've heard a lot of concerns over this, that it sounds like a daunting workout and it sounds like a lot of volume. Some of you are saying you can't run, blah, blah, blah. So we want to kind of go over how this is going to flow that day. Keep in mind, this can be scaled for each of you, just like we would scale any of these movements or distances that day. So if a full mile is a little too much for you right now, don't sweat it. We'll maybe cut that down to a half mile. But we do want to get as much of this done as possible, just like any of our normal scaling options. So also, don't assume this needs to be a run. Usually when people hear a mile, they automatically assume like full speed running. That's maybe not the case. We're gonna have some people walking, and that is fine. We just want to accomplish as much of this work as possible. What I want to go over today is how to break up all of this work. So what we're basically going to focus on is this middle chunk here of pull-ups, push-ups, and air squats, because the 1 mile we need to get done in the beginning, and then at the end separately we're not going to mix those distances up with the other work. Okay, so here's my main recommended option for how to do this. We're basically going to break up the 100, 200, 300 into 20 rounds of 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and 15 air squats. And you are just going to repeat that for 20 rounds. This is a nice even distribution. There's not a whole lot of numbers going on. There's a nice steady flow to this. Here's what happens for a lot of people when they do this distribution though. They're able to do the 5 pull-ups to their scaled ability, but the 10 push-ups becomes problematic. People start out nicely, they're doing a few rounds in a row and they can do 10 unbroken push-ups, but then this starts becoming 5 at a time, and then you're sitting there shaking out your arms, you're down on the floor, you know, maybe on your knees or whatever, just resting, waiting for the next few push-ups to come back to you. And that is downtime. And so the clock though keeps running, right? So your accumulated time is adding up. So that may be your break though. If your fitness is at a level where you need a little break within these 20 rounds, you're gonna find that break to be on the push-ups for most of you. Anyway, you get those 10 push-ups done, you hop up and do 15 air squats. Our legs tend to have a big capacity to handle all of these air squats. Yes, your legs get tired, your fitness breaks down, but as far as muscular endurance goes, we tend to see that isolated on the push-ups, okay? So keeping in mind, this is a good option, but plan on this breaking down a little bit for almost every one of you. So here's another option. If your fitness is good enough to go nonstop, your cardiovascular system can support that, and you want to post the fastest time possible, but you can't do 10 push-ups unbroken every time, here is what I personally would recommend: breaking up those 10 push-ups in half by mixing them into your squat set. So we're still gonna do 20 rounds. There's a little more up and down off the floor with this. So we're gonna do 5 pull-ups, only 5 push-ups. Then we're gonna hop up while our arms are resting, waiting for those next push-ups to come back to us. We're gonna go ahead and knock out half our squats. I like to go past halfway myself, just so I feel like, oh, I have less to go on the second half. Then I drop down, do another 5, and then finish out my set of squats with the remaining 7. But then I just start over, right? So all I did was break up the push-ups and the squats kind of at the halfway point as best as I could. But this, for me personally, allows me to keep moving the entire time. There isn't a 5-second window where I am not earning a repetition towards my total of 100, 200, 300. So once I get through this, I am just back out the door and I go as hard as I can on that second mile. So problems with this method versus this is mainly going to be all of the up-down transition. Now for me, that's not a big deal, but if you as an individual are not that great getting up and down off of the floor, then okay, you may not like this. And again, if you don't have the fitness, the cardio fitness and endurance to support the constant pace that this allows, that means you're gonna just stand there and take rest because you're tired. And so you may prefer doing this and just go ahead and plan on catching a little breath during those push-ups. So anyway, there are two very similar strategies going into Murph, breaking it down into 20 rounds. I know that sounds like a lot, but you are more than capable of doing it. Just gives you something to think about coming into May 30th. So that's gonna be 3 weeks away. So you have 3 weeks to work on running, pull-ups, push-ups, air squats. You can maybe try these two samples a few different times to see which one you like better, which one is a little more natural to you. You may discover you hate all of this up and down, and so, hey, we want to get rid of this method for you, and you might like the other one. Just play with that stuff for the next 3 weeks. Come in prepared, come in with a strong game plan. Make sure you're practicing some of these transitions and staying hydrated, acclimating to the heat outside for the run. All these little details are gonna matter come Murph Day. So we look forward to the experience. It's gonna be a big turnout here at Go Headquarters, so we look forward to it. Celebrate Memorial Day and doing this workout in remembrance of those that have sacrificed for us and our freedoms. So train hard, guys. We look forward to May 30th. We'll see you then.